Frozy, welcome back to the channel, man. Happy to see y'all. Hopefully y'all happy to see me on this beautiful Wednesday. Yes, we are approaching a big weekend. We got battles. We got battles this weekend. I'm excited. Welcome back to episode 3 of Walking Down. Yes. What was that, Froze? Well, if you just didn't catch the last couple episodes, we did A Ward versus Jay the Nightwing. We did John versus Swamp. Today, who we rocking with, Froze? Who we rocking with? The grudge match of Harlem. Snake Eyes versus Rex. Let's walk.
Yeah, we used to get it on the stove. Now we gon' get it off the rack. You're rocking with Frozen and Bros, but now in the zone. We need ice in the super chat. We about to kick in them doors. Like get on the phone. I wanna know where it's at. We at the table with legends. When they get to talking, I bet they don't tell you that. Hold up. Wait, don't cut me off while I'm talking my talk. Been on the ground on our way to the top, and I still keep a G in the way that I walk. Same for the way that I talk, but we don't talk much, we just stay facts. And the fact is, we like Jay Black, and we about to bring this whole game back. Now let's walk. You about to walk with Frozen. You about to walk with Bros. Look at me. Look at me.
Okay, let's get to it. All right, real quick, I want to say I did a blog about the lack of promotion around all of battle rap this weekend, and I'll tell you what, I stand on what I said. I think it's been jack shit. Now, if you have watched, you see I put some onus on the rappers, and I've also put some responsibility, most of responsibility, on the leagues for not incentivizing and also prompting the battlers to promo. As when they're booking them and getting these guys squared away with their negotiations and money, there should be some, letting people know, hey, look, this is what we expect of you as far as promo. Everybody can be different, or you could put together a package, no Diddy, that everybody has to follow. Now, everybody isn't needed for promo. For example, I'll give you an example on what I mean by that. Well, you look at the card right here. I don't need no promo from Elijah Strait and Los Preem. I think both of these guys are in a position where you can kind of expect them to answer the bell. Bionic and Diva and Fendi, I'm not really tripping off of that. That's cool. Don't really need no promo for that. It's the bottom of the card. There's no disrespect. It's just that they're open up the card. It's usually tailor-made for people at the bottom of the card to actually have good performances because the crowd's most fresh. Saga versus Av, I could only use a little bit. Show versus Marv 1, a little bit. A-Word versus Jay the Nightwing, they could have did some promo for sure, but their matchup sells. John versus Swamp, I could have used some promo for them for sure. Those two guys get on each other's nerves, and I would have liked to see that as the lead up. And then T-Rex versus Snake Eyes, obviously we've been waiting for that promo because we've expected a lot of promo out of that. And then Easy to Block Captain versus New Jersey Twerk, not sitting down with Jay Black is malpractice. But I'm just a host, I'm just a vlogger, and I'm just a battle rapper, right? So, I like the dramatization of something that I enjoy, especially when it's being sold. Sell me. No Diddy, right? With that being said, Snake Eyes versus Rex. Obviously, T-Rex has a battle the night before with Stings, which I feel like is a bit of a disrespect towards Snake Eyes. I think if Snake Eyes needed bulletin board material, it was that. But I want to be clear about something with Snake Eyes. Y'all know I like Snake, right? I'm a fan of Snake Eyes. Do I feel like Snake is hated on? Yes. Do I feel like Snake's accomplishments get swept under the rug? Yes. Do I feel like Snake's an afterthought to the main battle rap fan because it's so much easier to just try to shit on what he's actually doing and done? Yes. But the truth of the matter is, Snake doesn't have to make himself likable to y'all to respect his work. Yeah, you catch more bees with honey, but at one point are you beating a dead horse, right? No Diddy, right? And the people are just going to feel how they want to feel about me. All my work's going to get discredited. I'm going to carry it how I want to carry it. But in 2025, Rum Nitty, Capo, Tex, real name Brandon. He's had a really good year. He's had a good year. He's had a very solid year. Nobody's talking about it. There are rappers who have done less, but have 1 out of 5 battles good, and people are talking about them. But when it comes to Snake Eyes, Snake only good for promo. That's how you guys do him. He's earned and deserves more respect, and I think this matchup is perfect for him. I spoke to Snake Eyes in Houston. We had a whole debate at the hotel. He was saying that he thought he was top 5 in Harlem. and him and Bros had a back and forth. Bros was having none of it. I was listening to Snake. I told Snake he's a victim of being from the Mecca. You know, Snake, I don't know if I can get you in. I can't get you in that top 5. You want to argue Ice? Okay. You want to argue Swave? Once we start getting into Hustles, Luxes, Mooks, Rexes, and Sean, and when we start getting into that, it starts to get tough to find a spot to get you over. But that does not mean you aren't an accomplished battler and should command more respect. But this is what Snake Eyes is up against. One of the guys who does not have to argue for his spot in Harlem. One of the guys who gets treated differently. One of the guys who is beloved by most of the culture, who happens to be from his town. Snake has to answer the bell. Here. Snake has to answer the bell here. It's that simple. All right. We know Rex for writing down in his battles when he has one battle a year. So the fact that Rex is taking steams the night before you is a complete lack of respect. Period. If your friends won't tell you, Frozy will. It's a complete lack of respect. But it's an opportunity for Snake. Okay, this is another battle for Rex. Maybe a grudge match. This is a career-defining battle for Snake Eyes, whether you see it that way or not. This is a career-defining battle for Snake Eyes. He's got to respond. Now, also, I can totally understand the frustration from the battlers. Snake also, as much as you guys love watching him promo, it also puts him in a position where when he talks shit so well, it like sets the bar to a place where y'all won't let him reach it sometimes. You know what I mean? So it's like Snake be talking shit and it's be like, all right, Snake, yeah, I'm entertained, but you ain't that good. And it's like, so I can understand why he's been quiet. Why Rex has been quiet, I'm not sure. Now, also, I want to say, we need a T-Rex and Snake Eyes face off. But let's be clear here. We watched them argue in Philly on Hip Hop Is Real, I believe, or was it 15 Minutes of Fame? One of them. The video's got over 100,000 views of them arguing, ready to fight in Philly about the battle. They promoted. So, you know, if anybody, even though we are relying on Snake and T-Rex to drive a face-off to sell this card, let's be clear here. They've done more than anybody else on the card already. So the onus shouldn't be on them, even though we want to see them promote. Not fair. Not fair. So, also, sometimes things are just the way it is, Snake Eyes and Rex, and we understand that you guys have done promo. So what? We want to see you guys sit down and have a face-off. That's what we want to see before we pay our 60. And we are counting on you two dudes to drive that. So, unfortunately, sorry that you guys are who you are, but you're talking about two of the top 5 promo guys in battle rap facing off in a grudge match in New York City. I mean, technically, this could be a fucking main event, right? And, you know, if y'all wasn't fronting on Snake so much. I'm eager to see how T-Rex respond here. I'm very eager to see if Rex shows up in both battles or if he takes off in one of these battles. I'm eager to see because I don't know him for battling like this 2 battles in one night. You know, 2 battles in one weekend. That seems like a lot for Rex at this point. You know, I seen Rex have a battle and then the next week have a battle where, you know, he was struggling. What's up, Rosie? Yo, what up? No, I'm recording, but I told him I'd answer the phone for Bros real quick. What's up? No. All right, cool. Say less. All right, Brody. You know, if you guys want to know what that phone call was about, fuck it, I'll tell you. Hold on. I'll tell you what it was. I was very perturbed, very annoyed. You know, the flyer came out for our card on Sunday. And me and P were supposed to be the headliner for 2 months now. And I see a new flyer come out and Dre Dennis and Sko is at the top of the card. I mean, I commented, why the fuck is Dre Dennis and Sko at the top of the card? Somebody explain that to me. Now, I want to be clear here. Dre and Sko are going to look at that and think I'm fronting on them. And even if I am, that wasn't my intention. But the truth of the matter is Sko versus Dre Dennis does not go over any Rosenberg battle, let alone Rosenberg versus P. I just can't sign it. So immediately I saw this and I didn't want to do the battle. I know that's petty, but I'm honest with you. I don't bother nobody. I just ask motherfuckers to keep the business right. I talk to Easy. Easy said he ain't put this together. All right, cool. Whoever did, you need to let them know they made a mistake, a valid mistake, to where now I don't even want to do the battle because I feel slighted. Why am I undercarding Sko and Dre Dennis? I can't function under those conditions. I'm sorry. Love Dre. I have nothing but respect for Dre Dennis. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem with Sko, but he ain't my man. That's Easy, man. Respectfully, we have no ties. We ain't cool. I don't gotta shake his hand when I see him or none of that. So, I don't gotta be. I'll throw some, a little bit of ginger on it for Dre because I got a lot of respect for Dre. It's not that I don't have a lot of respect for Sko. I just don't. Me and Sko ain't like that. His fucking name should never be on card, but I would never undercard that type of matchup. It's not fair to me. You can't do. I've done too much in this game. No disrespect. Sorry. So I'm eager. I was selfish of me. I'm eager to see how Rex responds under these circumstances. Or is he opening the door? Is he opening the door for Snake to have a breakout performance? Snake could use it. It will cap off a fucking fire year he's had. He's had a very solid year. I think people like to maximize his mistakes over his accomplishments, so we're not talking about it. But not here at the Frozone. I'm gonna keep it fucking real. And I don't care if I'm a fan of Snake. Was Snake versus real name Brandon? Snake versus real name Brandon, I thought he was fucking shit water. Shit water. It was one of the worst performances I've ever seen from Snake Eyes. Why I give him grace? I loved him versus Nitty. Loved him versus Tex. So, I get it. We don't have a day every time we're out. But outside of the real name Brandon battle, I really thought he'd been showing up. A little hiccup here and there, but I really thought he'd been showing up. Snake, none of that matters if you don't deliver here. All right? Again, this is a big battle for you. It's not a big battle for Rex. This is a big battle for you. You got to make it make sense. You got to answer the questions. There's no questions surrounding Rex like that. Good opportunity for Snake Eyes. Good opportunity for Snake Eyes for him to make some noise and make sure he puts his stamp on a pretty significant solid year. And he can talk his shit once he does. You know what I mean? So love is love. Love is love. I can't wait to see this matchup. Hopefully we get a clipped up Rex. I know Snake is going to be clipped up, and it's a cornerstone storyline battle. I love those. Now, I'm hearing remnants that we might be getting a face-off this week. We'll see. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that a Snake and Rex face Rex off is going down. Can't confirm, won't confirm, but I'm hearing it. That's going to be going down maybe the night of tomorrow type shit. Maybe. I know we got the Spaces face-offs tomorrow on Twitter, so make sure you follow me at I Am Froze. I will be hosting them joints. I'll be hosting some space Twitter starting at 8, 9 o'clock around that range. So if you ain't got shit to do, you don't want to watch the Eagles beat up on the fucking shitty ass Giants, well, come rock out with Froze. We got some face-offs. If your friend won't tell you, Frozy will. You guys enjoy the rest of your week. Everybody get ready for some battle rap this weekend. And if you're in the city, guess what? I'll be outside. You'll be able to run into me and speak to me if you fucks with me. Frozy!